on to other things. This week kickstarts International Deaf Awareness Week, and like we said, obviously it's Mandela Monday to us, and we're trying to find ways of inspiring South Africans out there. And so we take a look at the St. Vincent's School of the Deaf in Johannesburg that uses a very interesting and special learning system that allows the kids in the school to fully tap into their intellectual potential. Take a look.
At St. Vincent's School in Johannesburg, learners are receiving knowledge and information in a visual and exciting new way. It's called the K2U learning system, and maths is the vehicle to help unlock their potential.
Most deaf children learn not through sound, but through visual. So any program that's visual, that uses visual system and visual ways, is very exciting for us. We're very motivated for that. So we try to implement it. We're experimenting with it at the moment, and we've seen so much success in such a short time. The children really enjoy it, and they're responding very well, and they're carrying on because it matches their way of learning.
Greg Shapiro is the founder of K2U Learning Systems, and they are funding the project as a corporate social initiative.
K2U stands for known to unknown. That's where the name was developed. What we do in this type of learning, we create a known item, and we use that known as the hook. So we take a bit of time to program a particular item, which then becomes common knowledge to them. They didn't have it before, but now they have it. We use visuals because it makes the ability to work with this, or to program these ideas much faster. So once the visual is programmed, we then use that visual to lock in any information that we want to do. But you can use it for biology, you can use it for all your different subjects. You can just use it to learn poetry if you want. It's at your mercy. You can use it as you wish.
The dream is to help these learners get their first distinction in mathematics. But if the program succeeds on all levels, it will also empower these young minds to get a distinction in the subject of life.
When we teach the deaf children, we focus on using their strengths, and their strengths are to be more visual in class, and further than that, it's really the same than teaching a hearing class. They've got the same abilities than any hearing child. They do take a little bit longer to learn, and therefore we need to have smaller classes so that we can stay on par with the mainstream schools. They love the K2U system and the program, and the reason for it is because it's so visual, and they can make each picture in a sign. So we're having lots and loads of fun, and they are actually learning without realizing it.
The youngsters have found that K2U has changed their outlook and made maths simpler and more enjoyable to learn.
Before, when I was little and I did maths, my mom would teach me, and it was really difficult to try and think of answers and try and understand. This carried on for a long time when I was growing up. Now I feel like it's so easy to understand with the new system. I feel maths is much easier now because there are numbers like maybe 9 times 12, and you put the names and you can understand it much clearer. The examples are much easier to understand. I'm not confused, it's not difficult. It's better now. I feel much happier with K2U. It's a much easier way. It's easier to understand. I'm enjoying it. Before, maths was such a challenge, and now I'm happy I can understand everything.
Deaf children have the same capacity for learning as hearing children, and with the help of systems which could build on their strengths, they can reach their full potential and find success.